What's up, guys? So today, only played three stocks overall, 422.50, 10 tickets, $13 in commission. So um, here's what I did. So for here, I saw that it went up, and then it couldn't really break through this SMA, and then it started to go down. So when I was looking at this 5 minute, it looked like it tried to break this, and then it came back down. So I was thinking it would go for a low today. So I took 500 shares on the short side, and on the 15 minute too, it looked pretty weak. So I tried to bounce up, couldn't do it. So there's some room to run down to $13. So 500 shares, hoping it would go down. It did not, and it bounced. So I stopped up. That's how it looked like. Went short here, right at VWAP. Sort of bounced up and down, and then on the way up, I just exited. So that's where I got my $65 loss. The other stock I was looking at was HTHT. So also this one I was short bias on this, thinking it will go down. The reason for this is it gapped up on the daily, remember? Except that this is sitting on the lower end of the gap. So, it may not go my way. But 5 minute looked good. Looked like it was going to do a reversal at the time I was taking it. So, you see here, 1 minute it made this high, tried to break it, couldn't break it, got back up here, started to drop again. So it did a recovery and then started to drop. So I was hoping to take this all the way down to VWAP. Notice how all the SMAs are down here, so there's some room to run. I didn't do that. It popped up on me, and I got stopped up. This is how it looks. Oh, this is the 1 minute. So that's how it looks like on a 5 minute, 15 minute. Maybe this is a reason too. Is it dropped, bounced up. I was taking it at this time. I don't know if it was this. Let's see if this is earlier on there in the 15. No, this is near the end of the 15. So maybe I should have waited. That's probably my mistake there. Should have waited to see what happens next. Either way, lost money in HTHT. Now it's doing the move that I hoped it would do, which is going back down to VWAP or something. So ULTA is the my play of the day. Again, I did this. This play is very similar to the to all the other ones. So this is, I don't know what the float is on this. Let me take a look. Oh, 57 million. So it's not bad. It's not a low float stock. So very expensive stock, kind of like a Tesla. So I took a small position on this, small sizes, on this stock. So what I did was I went short. I saw that it gapped up. It ran up and then couldn't really hold it. Start to dribble down. So took a short here. It did go down, but I didn't exit because I was hoping for someplace around VWAP. So then it started to bounce on me. When I saw that it made this high but couldn't hold it, I added an extra 100 share to my position. So it did drop again, and then it bounced back up. This time I was a little worried. Didn't know it was going to continue to run up, but what gave me confidence was so this was 345 was the absolute top. I went here. I went short here. Dropped, pull back, couldn't hold it, drop. So I went short again. And what gave me confidence to go short here is I keep seeing these very small candlesticks, meaning there's not a lot of volume, and it didn't really bounce up. So if this was going to be a run up, some of these candlesticks would be pretty big in size. Although I must say, dollar volume wise, these are pretty big. These are 50 cent. Even though this small one is a 50 cent range, right? But if you look at how wide the range is on this stock, given its stock price, they're kind of small relative to the property of the stock. But what's interesting for me and why I stayed in the trade is, number one, it didn't have that run up like I mentioned, and then also here, when I was very worried, it went up and then it didn't have that momentum to carry it. And as I was watching this EMA, it wasn't sloping upwards or whatnot. It was actually continuing down towards this SMA. So I knew that the cross was gonna come. So I wasn't too concerned, and I just basically waited and watched the level twos. The level twos never really reached the peak of these numbers again. They were very short-lived numbers. So I started to set my limits. And one of the mistakes I made here, actually, that I didn't make here, was remember stocks with a broad range. Typically, what I would do is set limit orders and then let it execute, as opposed to using hotkeys. Well, I use my hotkey here. So by entering this trade, I already lost like $120 or something like that. So that was not good. It was stupid of me to do that. But anyway, yeah, I shouldn't have done that here. Yeah, but otherwise, again, if you look at the daily too, this is a stock, and one of the reasons why I liked it is it gapped up. 345 was its high, and I basically shorted the stock near the high of the range. So again, it will try to fill this gap, but this is really pushing the high of the range. So I felt confident in taking this onto the short side. Yeah, same with this stock. I took the short here, but if I took the short up here, that would have been a safer play, safer bet. But anyway, I'm done for the day, so that's it.